Dust on the shelves, cold hands dig deep. This ain't a dream, this grind don't sleep. Worn out treasures, one man's stash, flipping that gold from somebody's trash. Real resellers on the fight, hustle by day, strike by night. Every deal we take the claim, chasing the glory, fueled by flame.
Well, welcome in, everybody. Wow, that was fun. Notification just went off on my phone, but it's in my ear, so I'm the only one that got to hear it really loud. Anyway, how's it going?
I heard a ding all the way over here.
Did you? It's funny because that's coming out of that earbud. Yeah.
Ooh,
So we're a little late. I apologize.
just a little bit.
I couldn't have foreseen what happened today, so I'm sorry, but you know, I the guy was super lucky. That's all I know. That's all I know.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
I mean, mind you, I'm driving a 20,000 or 23,000 pound diesel truck. I'm guessing that Harley probably wouldn't have fared real well, but hey, it all works out all right.
Just so you know, you got your wish right before this. Just so you know.
Nice. Oh, Eric, welcome in.
Hi. Oh, my wife.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, I suppose maybe I should tell the folks what happened today. It was interesting.
Well, you know how much I do with graphic stuff, so
I'll try to leave out some of the graphic stuff.
yeah.
Let's just say that there was I don't even know can you call it an accident? Because I didn't hit him.
Well, I don't know. It was an accident with him by himself.
That is true.
So
hey, tomorrow it's gonna be 19 years sober. Nice work, Eric.
Yeah, congratulations. That's awesome.
Trade Titan. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah, so I was in the larger metropolitan area today doing some picking, and I was on 10th Avenue South, which is the busiest street of that entire town. Now, when I say metropolitan, it's like 60,000. It's not huge by any means, but still, it's a 3-lane road, and it's close to 5 o'clock, so it's pretty much bumper to bumper, still moving, but bumper to bumper. And what started all off was this pickup had swerved over into my lane, and I couldn't figure out what in the heck was going on. And I realized he was swerving around an elderly gentleman that was on a Harley Davidson trike. And the gentleman on the trike was pulled up onto the median. So he was kind of, had the bike twisted or the trike twisted up on the median. And I didn't really think anything. I thought, all right, he's having, bike troubles or something's going on. Can't really see what the issue is.
Mm-hmm.
But as I got off the brake and got back onto the throttle, the elderly gentleman pulled off of the median, which I thought he was going to start going with the flow of traffic, and proceeded to turn almost 110 degrees back towards my truck. And I got the truck stopped within about a half of an inch of running that bike over. And mind you, a 3/4 ton super duty diesel, or I guess mine's actually a 1 ton super duty diesel, which doesn't make any difference in the weight, but it's 23,000 pounds. It's heavy. It's not meant to stop in short distances.
Right.
So dynamite the brakes. And the next thing I know is all I can see is his helmet. So my truck's high enough where I can't see the rest of the bike in front of me. And I see his hand reach out and grab my grill guard like he's going to hold the truck back, as if I'm, he's going to be able to stop it. And we were sitting there, and I was trying to figure out, okay, well, did he just get screwy coming off the curb, or what's going on? And the next thing I see is another passerby stopped and jumped out of the vehicle to try to figure out what was going on, because one, he had it in gear, couldn't get it out of gear, so it was still lurching towards my truck and towards the oncoming traffic. And two, we had no idea at the time that he had ran both of his legs over numerous times on this trike. Why he was on it, we don't know, other than he was demoing it from a dealership to try to buy the trike. And he proceeded to, I'm trying to figure out the nice way to put this so I don't end up grossing out Wes, but it's really not a good way. Okay, there you go. That's better.
Just give me a thumbs up when you're done.
Yeah, he proceeded to rip a hole about that big in his left calf and punctured his right calf and was profusely bleeding and had no idea, because he was in so much shock. He had no idea what was going on. Luckily, the other bystander that stopped was a registered nurse and had a tourniquet kit in the vehicle with her. So after we pushed him into a parking lot to get him off of the 3-lane highway, she applied the tourniquet. I pulled around. I was on 911 trying to get him an ambulance. Of course, we had to stay there until, the ambulance arrived and all that kind of stuff. And proceeded to, put pressure on bleeding, trying to get it to stop, because it wouldn't even stop with a tourniquet on it. It got it slowed down quite a bit, but she couldn't get it stopped. And yeah, so that ate about, I don't know, an hour out of our day. Luckily, EMT made it there. He made it to the hospital. Everything's golden. I'm guessing the dealership came down and got their bike, but that's what really made us way behind the 8 ball. So I apologize for being late tonight, guys. It definitely wasn't Wes's fault. This one was mine. But
it's nice not being my fault.
Oh, that was oh yeah.
But by the way,
what's that?
Hello, Genisville.
Yes.
This time we've seen you in here. Hello.
Or crypto. Sulfur, I know. The worst part was, CW, is I'm the guy that travels with 9 times out of 10. I have an IFAC for myself, and then I have go bags for, my family. And do you remember the night I told you that my son tripped on the gravel and chewed his knees up? I had went out and grabbed my go bag, brought it in the house, and doctored him up with it. Was going to restock it and headed back out to the truck, and I had not yet. So I didn't have my tourniquets. I didn't have my blood stop. I didn't have anything. I'm like, I feel so bad, because the one time that this would have extremely came in handy. Yeah. So,
well, I like that one. Or tampons in the wind.
In the wind, yeah. Tampon wouldn't have done us any good on this one, because it wasn't a puncture. It was a like ice cream scoop. Best way I could describe it.
What he's saying is, you take it out of the package and you just hold it there, and it blows.
Yes, in the wind, and then you could tell the tell the EMTs which way the wind is blowing by which way the tampon is.
Yeah, it's he's bleeding a little bit, but the wind is to the east.
Yeah, we got
Just so
a
you know.
we got an east to west wind at about 5 miles an hour according to my tampon.
Dude. We ain't coming.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not saying the tampons are a bad thing, but actually most EMTs will tell you not to use it. But if it's between me bleeding out or having a tampon, I'll take the tampon. I'm good.
Okay, let's
Wes,
see here. Yeah, go ahead. I'll let you read.
Jot called you an idiot yesterday. What?
Yeah.
Wes, did it irk you when Jot called you an idiot yesterday? Kind of harsh.
No, not at all. I could
You were
care.
fine with it.
I could care less what people say when it comes to negative comments, because the funny thing that I always take it is if you have to take that kind of time out to call somebody a name, you got the problem. I don't. So I don't really care. Um, no, it didn't
Yeah,
bother me none. I didn't even say anything. I don't give a crap.
that's just one of those situations where you just walk away, just shake your head
I
and walk away.
Yeah,
Um,
you unfortunately you have people that just like to stir crap, and I just don't buy into it.
yeah,
So
yeah, and it'll all work out in the end. I mean,
yeah. Well, that's kind of why, like on here, we have like on our marketplaces. I don't know how many of our podcasts you've watched, but our markets run off the prick rule, and basically
yeah,
what that is when you pick on our sellers or buyers, and you're being nasty, we'll take care of you. If you
our
hit
our, nu-
us,
our
eh,
yeah, our number one rule is just don't be a prick. It's
don't be a
pretty
prick.
simple.
Yeah,
It's
so I mean, we run on positivity, having fun. Sure, have your jokes, have fun with each other, pick on each other, that's cool. But yeah, the hatefulness and all the other stuff, nah. I ignore it most of the time, and if it's in our marketplace, it won't be in our marketplace, I'll tell you that.
mhm, just that
We want
simple.
everybody to have fun. Yeah, we want everybody to have fun and a good time and make money and be able to buy cool stuff without having distractions. Because that's all it is. It doesn't mean anything. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just they're trying to distract
Well,
people.
and I was in that show that happened in, and it caused a distract. Well, you heard it with the seller. I mean, the seller got distracted
Yes.
by watching the comments fly, and then as a seller, you don't know really what you should or shouldn't say, shouldn't do. So then you just stop talking, and that's not good because we already talked about that. That those moments of silence are not a good thing. But
See,
yeah,
I knew Mama Bear was in here before she commented there because she came in and deleted 3 of CW's comments before she put a duck in the comment.
nice, nice. Hey, look.
Oh, it's Bulbasaur.
Yeah, there. Okay, come on, focus, focus.
Hey,
Nope, I'm not going to. Anyway,
CW, you know what this means. You have to now get random relics to sell in rockets.
it's
He's
going to
got
be a few weeks though. Do you want to see the mess that I bought?
he's got Bulbasaurs.
Yeah.
Nice. That is cool though. That is freaking awesome.
There's a. I see a Detective Pikachu. One of
Oh, Mama
those,
Bear,
yeah,
as
there.
you were. Don't you worry. You don't have to explain a thing. Oh, here, I brought one for Carl today too. There we go. It is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Army Men.
Oh, that's freaking cool.
And it's a 50 pack. All sealed brand new. Can't really see it in my light, but
Yeah.
includes 50 figures. It's a bucket. It's even got a slit in the top so you can use the bucket as a coin bank after you're done. That is Detective Pikachu.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. That's the Mega Constructs one.
Yeah, I think these are all mega constructs. I
Yeah,
think from
like
what I've.
Lego didn't have them up until very recently.
Hmm.
So
And
Mega
I have
did.
pieces of Charizard, and there's a whole bunch of Like I gotta find her ear. I got her head. Her body's in there.
Yeah, that's Glaceon. That's a very popular one. You definitely want that one.
Yeah, there's a whole slew in there that I got to figure out. So
That's awesome.
got those today out picking when I wasn't trying to run over old men on Harley Davidsons.
That's just a typical Friday for most of us. Don't run over guys on Harley Davidsons. I mean,
Well, yeah, I try not to, but when they turn in front of you, I didn't have a lot of choice in that. And then I realized that the Pikachu one that I got was actually, it's also Detective Pikachu. So,
yeah. Hey,
but it's the
I ran into our good buddy today though, over on District.
oh, did you?
Yeah, I think you were in our show a little bit, Thrift Trip and Mimi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was selling some really cool stuff today. Yeah,
See, I got the big Pikachu, and he's got his detective hat just hiding right there.
That's
But
awesome. She had made a comment. She was selling off a lot of stuff, and a lot of it was, I mean, you drop it on Etsy, you're making some good money. But she made the comment because she saw me in there, and she goes, "Yeah, I'm changing out a lot of my collection. I'm switching all glowy glass. WSC knows what I'm talking about."
she bought a lot.
She did.
I gotta get that pack tomorrow too. Oh,
Mhm.
I think there was 20. Probably she's probably got close to 35 pieces of glowy glass that are heading her way.
Yeah.
So
We have
thank
some
you.
too. For
Mhm.
not as much as you do, but I think we still got about 10 pieces for her, I think. So
She wants to sell jewelry on first class. There you go.
yeah.
I don't know why not.
Yeah.
Actually, you might. Well, I'm not going to say it because that's a sister market. You might do better on the flea.
Hey,
Just saying.
she was made a seller. So
No. Well, and the only reason I say that is because I got my start on knickknacks.
mhm.
So some of the people that followed me on knickknacks have followed me over to the flea. So
Right.
just saying.
Yeah, so that's where a lot of your glass and jewelry buyers want.
Yeah. Oh, and we picked up a piece of 14 karat gold for 50 cents. So doing good.
Dang. Wow.
Yeah, my back of my pickup's full. So, and we're
And I
going out
was
tomorrow again.
and I went we stopped at a thrift store. We stopped at our local Ross because it started raining here. We wanted to walk the block because we went to Olive Garden in over 8, and so we wanted to go walk the block and we couldn't, so we went to Ross, bought one thing, and I thought it was a great pickup, but now you just killed it. Now I don't even want to talk about
What? No,
it.
what'd you get?
I got a Melissa and Doug Paw Patrol semi,
Oh,
which was really neat. Melissa and Doug's expensive to begin with, and then it's Paw Patrol on top of it, and it's a giant like 15-inch long semi, and I got it for $6.
shit. All right.
That thing's probably 35 bucks.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how much I went through today. Probably a fair amount of cash. But, it works. I
Okay.
gathered up quite a bit.
It's okay. Mimi will be in your next show.
I did. I bought some WS&C material too.
What?
I have
Tissue paper?
no. I have a set of 4 pewter coasters,
There you go.
and I
Yep.
have a set of 4 solid copper coasters.
hmm
So, man,
That's
just
Etsy
saying.
bread and butter.
Yeah, the copper ones are freaking heavy.
They are.
They were thick. I was surprised. I was thinking they were like the cheap stamped ones. I
hmm
grabbed a hold of them, went to pick them up. I'm like, Jesus, pick them back.
So they were probably poured.
Yeah, they're like probably I would estimate them just shy of an eighth of an inch thick.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, they're heavy, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's a bit much, but all right.
That sounds like it was foundried.
You took your card off. Oh, you removed your card. I see how you are, Mom Bear. Speaking of which, I got a semi load of diecast, thanks to Mama Bear, that showed up just the other day. So I appreciate it. My wife says, "What's in that big box?" I said, "Pretty sure that's all the cars." She goes, "The whole box?" I'm pretty sure that's all she was selling that night. I just I'm in trouble.
Uh-huh.
It's okay. Just get yelled at a little bit. It's all right. It's
Yeah,
all
they
good.
did. Yeah, they did get bought up by Spin Master. That's why they have Paw Patrol now. Spin Master
Mhm.
has, I believe, Spin Master has exclusive rights to Paw Patrol. The figures,
Wow.
anyway. Yeah.
$950 million. Boy, that's yeah. To start off with Wood Tinker Toys, that's
Boy,
a pretty good company.
Melissa and Doug is just rolling in it.
You sons of bitches.
I know.
Oh, actually, my best buy for the week was I don't get to sell it. I hate having small
yeah.
children in home. I do not like having small children in home.
Mhm.
I bought a PS3 with let's see, it came with the wireless controller, it came with the motion kit, so the motion controller and the camera and speaker mic. And I don't know, like probably 10 games. Thought I was going to make a killing. Yes. No, I don't get to sell it. I made the mistake of telling my son he could test it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what happened with me with the John Deere tractor Power Wheel.
Yeah, you can
Mistakes
test
were
it.
made.
We're going to resell it.
Yep.
I paid $15. I thought, man, I'm finally.
Yeah, you killed it.
Yeah, well, no, it just cost me $15. That's I didn't get to kill it.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure I'll give another one away soon. Just make sure you enter the giveaway.
Yeah, well, you'd have to do it somewhere other than Thrifty Flea because as owners, we don't enter the giveaways.
You should make an exception for the PS.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's why I haven't even brought your cars in yet, Mama Bear, because I gonna have to find a time where he's like gone for the day or something so I can unpack them because I'm just screwed.
Well, it's funny. I mean, you talked about this. Like, I've owned this company with Sandra for 13 years, and we've always been a toys and collectibles company. And I think we just desensitized our son so much with toys that he just doesn't care. Like, we take him into the store, be like, okay, you can pick something, and
Good.
he'll grab a bag of Lay's or tortilla chips. Like, he doesn't care.
That's cheating.
He just doesn't. Like, he likes toys and stuff and he plays, but like he just has no desire because he knows if he really wants one, he can just work and get one for free.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think my son will ever lose the want. I don't know when that goes away. At some point, I guess, as his tastes change, it might go away, but not anytime soon. Oh, bastard. Anyway, so I handed my son I don't know, $220 worth of gaming stuff that I don't get to sell now, but I'm not bitter.
It don't sound like it.
Mm-mm.
You sound completely content.
Mm-hmm. So content. So content. What did I jump into? In on? Well, I don't know. That's up to you.
I didn't do it. I'll tell you
I
that.
wasn't there when you were jumping, so
I didn't know we were supposed to be jumping.
No, that would not end well for either of us.
I showed my Ninja Turtle Army Men that I got.
Oh yeah.
You know these things, when I bought the case, it only comes in a case of 2.
Really?
Yeah, that's like,
Eh,
it seems like
the
a
hell's
bit
the
of a
point of
rip.
even making a case? Just that's dumb.
You get a box this big. It's like this wide, this tall. That's it. Just 2 of them in there.
Wow. I hope my kid doesn't have the collector's hole in the heart that I have. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I love collecting. I scaled down my collections because I collected everything before. I know die-cast well because I used to collect them like crazy. Now I collect Pokemon and coins. I pretty much cut down to those 2. And, still
So
expensive, don't care.
let's see, my son currently has 3 2-foot by 2-foot by 6-inch drawers
Say hi,
full.
Tiger.
El Tigre, how you doing? How you feeling, buddy?
He
I'm
seems like he's
tired.
okay, but a little worried about him.
Mm. El Tigre's been under the weather. Bugger.
Chloe's over here, but I'd pick her up, but she's a butterball ham.
Hey, it's not fat, it's fur. She's fluffy. On the topic of reselling, live reselling, make sure you send giveaways that people have won. I won 2 giveaways and purchased from the show and never got the giveaways.
Who was that? Well, you don't give us a name. If it was any of our markets, let us know.
I was going to say, if it was in our markets, DM us
Hmm.
and we'll figure it out. Well, it's a big deal to us because
Yeah.
that's just as, I mean, that's like somebody buying something and you never sending it out. That's just as big of a problem.
Hell, that's my
Going to
shtick. I do a lot of giveaways. I actually give giveaways when people didn't win anything.
Hey, Mama Bear, she's leaving us. Yeah, she is. She's gonna go watch TV because no one's home and she can actually watch her own stuff.
Oh man, yeah, you better take advantage of that. Man, I use when I get my plush stock too high, I start using that as packing material. And then people just get extra plush for. I gave away the like 3 giant Harley Davidson Build-A-Bears in somebody's box.
Nice.
It's because I was like, I need to pad this really good at the bottom. Oh, Build-A-Bear.
Yeah, and Build-A-Bear, those that's a hit and miss category. Some of them ain't worth crap. Some of them are ridiculous. I don't know what the hell makes either one of them the way they are. But
The
just
only
I think
Build-A-Bears
scarcity.
the only Build-A-Bears I've been keeping lately are the Pokemon ones. I haven't found anything outside of them that worth a lot of money. But I mean, it's still, I mean, $20 usually. You get something out of them,
Oh yeah.
no matter what they are.
I don't what? If it was me, just call me out. I know sometimes I forget things in boxes. What is wrong with you, CW? Jesus.
Well, well, and that's the thing. It's like everybody can make a mistake,
Yeah.
and I highly doubt if somebody ran a giveaway, they didn't do it on purpose. I mean, just DM them, just say, hey,
Yeah.
you've got.
It's one nice thing about our markets is everybody's pretty stand up that runs.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, 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 and that's the thing is like it does happen. And that's the thing is like we're all gonna make a mistake here or there. We're all gonna do something. It's when it
well, I
becomes
mean, we are
repetitive,
all still human.
right? It's when it becomes repetitive, or when it becomes you're having multiple issues.
Yeah.
And if you're having multiple issues, we need to then be able to say, hey, what's going on? Make sure it's reported to us. And so we can look into it for you. Because a lot of times, what it is, it's not so much the problem itself, it's taking the time to look into it and actually get all the facts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Not a huge deal most of the time because, yeah, yeah. And the goofy part is I don't know why. I don't know why somebody wouldn't send it in, other than maybe they're not one to pay for the shipping. But if you bought something from them,
Right.
it's way smarter to send it out when the person bought from you
Mhm.
because at least then some of that shipping is covered.
That's crazy to me because and maybe it's a system they use, and maybe that's something we have to maybe do in one of the training videos. Like we tag everything just like you guys do,
Hmm.
but at the end of the shows, we either bag everything and or we have like the milk crates,
Yep.
and we crate everything with the people's names on the crate. So no matter what, even if the tag falls off the item, the crate's marked.
Yeah.
So
Usually,
there's
what I start with is so we tag, and then I have some cubic boxes that I've
mhm,
just made up and then folded the lids inside, so it's just kind of a box.
right.
And each one of those will get a blue tape with the name on the inside, and we just reuse them over time. I mean, you only need like at the most 4 or 5 boxes because some people do single stuff, and we just put that up on our shelf, single order item.
Hmm.
But the multiple orders will draw and get them all packed, and it's pretty simple because all you got to do is look at the number of things that it's saying that you need to pack
Hmm.
and get those into the box.
Right. Yeah.
If you're short, then you start going, oh shit, where's that one? But
Yeah.
right away.
That'll probably get incorporated into my next training video as well as the as just packaging requirements in general. Because that's kind of where I'm at next in my training anyway, because we talked about how to make the live, how to run the live, how to react within the live. So we really now need to get to the fun part, the keeping things in line and shipping.
The
Um,
making money part.
yeah. And
I
apparently,
tag when I have a grocery bag.
I made it to 1,000 sales really fast, by the way. Because like I remember like when that became a thing, like everybody was like saying the road to 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
By the time it got to road to 1,000, I think it was at like 950.
Yeah.
So my road was pretty short.
Yeah, that
Like,
was I love the ones that road to 1,000 sales, and then you head in there and like, all right, where are you at? And then we got 450. It's like, ooh, oh,
yeah.
that's gonna be a long road.
I didn't even know that I made that many sales like when that came up. I was like, dang, I was like, that was that close to 1,000 already? But the only reason that came up to my head because I heard it again tonight. I don't remember who I heard it from, but I heard it again tonight, and that's what made me think of it. And then that
Hmm.
would be something else to kind of bring up in the live selling too. And don't forget
Yeah.
your codes, guys. Yeah, put your
I
codes
I
in.
need to what I need to do is get a hold of district support and get my code changed.
Yep. WSC 2024 is mine. I got to change to something simple.
Mine is my state. Monta. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
I wish they would let you pick your code when you sign up, but they don't. It's just here you go. You're Monta. Monta what? I don't know. Nobody
I
cares.
want I wanted my code just to be WSC, but it has to I think be at least 6 characters
Yeah, I
long.
was gonna say 6 characters.
Yeah. So that's why I just went with WSC, and 2024 is the year we came in. So
Hmm.
plus
Yeah.
24, Jeff Gordon.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's all about Jeff Gordon. Yeah, you got 1,000 sales in 2 months. Yeah, exactly. I don't. Not that we're tooting our own horn or anything. I don't want to make it sound like a bragging episode, but it it didn't feel that hard to get to 1,000 sales. Now I will say that if you're coming over from like a whatnot type atmosphere, I'm still not at 1,000 sales over there.
Mhm.
And of course, I haven't sold on there for quite a while, but I think I sold over there for probably close to 8 months.
Mhm.
And I would, I would venture to bet that I'm probably not even 800 sales.
Jeez.
It is a slow, miserable burn over there.
Yeah, yeah, Palico, we got it. It was all good. It was all in good shape. Sandra's the one that bought that. She wanted that really bad. So, oh, everything was good, and she has it up on her shelf now. So it
Hmm.
was all good. Yeah, that was a collections items of Sandra's. So that was not a
Oh,
that was not a resale item.
Sandra was
Just,
gathering stuff up.
yeah, she bought a figure from Palica.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
It is amazing that, and I found some really good stuff for really cheap over on District, so I am enjoying that. But we've got to figure out how to kickstart everything.
Well, right now, so this kind of goes with your question, Gainesville, is that right now is super freaking slow. It's summertime, everybody's on vacation, everybody's out partying in the pool, whatever. So just to get people into the show alone is going to be tough right now.
Yeah,
Um, but if you notice a lot of markets, they don't push or hover around new sellers and they don't embrace new sellers. And that's kind of where one of the many reasons, but one of the things that we do is we go out of our way. Like if you're a new seller, hey, DM us. We will run in front of you.
yeah,
We will pull in our standard, even in slow times, we usually get 25 to 35 people holding
hmm
our show, and then we will raid into you directly. So you start with something good. And then if you want, we'll co-live with you. We'll do whatever. We're
yeah.
very
Try,
active that way.
the biggest thing is just trying to get your face in front of the people that are already buyers.
Right.
And that's
Exactly.
what we try to do for you. It doesn't always happen. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's times where we go live and we get like 15, and
Right. Exactly.
that's it's just the way live sales crumbles. But
Hmm.
um, usually 9 times out of 10, especially if you get involved in like a raid train where you have some more established sellers running around you, that would certainly help with getting people into a new seller's show. Now, some of the veteran sellers, it's just slow. It's slow for everybody. So, I mean, the summer slowdown is a real thing. That's it's just what we talk about. Right now, most of the selling that you're probably going to be doing is going to be closer to garage sale prices than eBay sale prices. Because those collectors have multiple avenues right now to go get stuff. I mean, today was a prime example. I was at one booth and there was a Catholic high school that was putting on like a linked rummage sale, right? Where multiple families were there. And there was one booth that was all Pokemon stuff. And I couldn't get there because all the collectors were there
Hmm.
buying up this young kid's, Pokemon stuff. And I will say one thing, that kid was extremely intelligent on what he had and what it was worth. So it was definitely not a typical yard sale type. Oh yeah, my grandson had those for years and he just doesn't want them anymore, so I'm selling the whole works. Oh no, no, this kid had like ITG up on his phone. He was, oh yeah, well okay, that card's currently trading for this, and this one's probably not as good of a grade, so I could go down a little bit. I mean, he was negotiating with him. I was impressed. This was
Hmm.
like a 14-year-old kid.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very
I'm
good.
like, you're doing
Little
good, bud.
entrepreneur.
Yeah. He knew his stuff. He had like, empty battle boxes he was selling for 75, 80 cents a piece. And I'm like, really? Just the box?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
no problem. That's,
Hmm.
I thought CW was full of shit when he said, well, the empty pack wrappers sell. No, this kid had them.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
like,
yeah. I got base set Pokemon card packs of just empty packs and Fossil and Jungle, and they're worth like $40 a piece. And they're
it's
just
just
empty. Just a wrapper.
amazing to me.
Hmm.
Yeah, he had no problem. I mean, he was eh, quick to the answers. He, had no problem talking to people. He was up talking to everybody he could. I was thoroughly impressed with that boy. He's going to go far somewhere. But, and for example, there was another guy that was selling all video game consoles. I walked over there like 4 times. He never even looked up from his phone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do I ask you about your stuff that's on the table if you don't look up and pay attention? So I just walked away.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I don't
Well,
know.
we used to do our flea market days, those were busy days, and yeah, you just gotta be real active, and people people definitely will buy when you're in front of them and you care that they're there.
No, yeah. And it's no different live selling, although we can't physically talk to someone, especially someone in the chats or something like that. You got to pay attention to your chat. You got to stay engaged with the chat. And nothing drives me nuts more than when I'm watching a brand new live seller. And especially when people are asking stuff like rerun,
Mhm.
and they're just so into the nope, I have a plan. I'm going to go from this, and then I'm going to run this, then I'm going to run this, then I'm going to run this. And they're losing sales because they're not watching the chat. It's telling them, hey, rerun it.
Yep.
So that's one of my big pet peeves is pay attention to your chat. Those are your buyers.
Hmm.
So
For sure.
no different than this kid at the freaking rummage sale. Not
Yep.
even looking up from his damn phone.
So Palica says
I
he's got
mean,
a
he had
local
some.
guy. Palica's
Yeah,
got a local guy that puts just empty packs and picture frames and sells them. So I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
How long do you guys give it until the Pokemon bubble pops and everything? I don't know how long, but
Well, we're already seeing a decline. We got another little spike because of Rising Rivals, but man, that didn't last long. It didn't seem. It seems like Rising Rivals died off almost as fast as it came up, and you're still selling out everywhere. So when will it die off? When Pokemon starts printing more. I think, and I think Cool Trainer Ryan and or Pokerev, one of them was talking about it recently, that they think it's less hype and more that they reduced the amount of supply they put on the market. And they do this from time to time. They did this pre X and Y back in 2014 and early 2015 when they were running XY base and Dragon Majesty. They reduced the supply to try to increase the popularity, and it did not work because then Evolutions came out, which should have been a very popular set, and they couldn't give that crap away. Um,
it
so
went a
I
little wow.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe you'll probably see it die off this time next year, probably. Because by the time it gets a chance to die off this year, it's going to be the fourth quarter, and it's just going to
I was
make a
gonna
spike
say
again.
you're gonna get the fourth quarter push yet, and then you'll have the the fear of missing out after like rolling into quarter one for a little while. You'll have some of the bump there. But the best I can tell is Pokemon's like any other collector card, anything. It never really dies. It just ebbs and flows. So it goes really nuts for a little while, and then it dies. Gets more normal, and then it jumps back up again.
Best thing I
But
could tell you to do when you get a new product out there, try to get a hold of some while they're still into stores at regular prices or in the card shop at regular prices. Like I grabbed a booster box of the Japanese and English Rising Rivals. And well, the one's Glory of Team Rocket, the Japanese, and then the English is Rising Rivals. And I got a booster box of both, got those in acrylic and on my shelves in my collection. And I try to do that with any of the big sets. Um, Surging Sparks, I think, will flop eventually. The one that I never saw being as big as it is, but it was all because of one card, was Evolving Skies. I always call it Evolving Cries because it has terrible pull rates. Um, Everybody calls it that. One card in that set, it makes that booster box worth like $1,200 now. And that's the Moonbryon. Um,
mm,
so I would say try to get yourself, if you want to collect it and or invest in it, aim at the big name sets and try to get it at a regular price. The collection boxes, anytime you see a Charizard collection box, get one and put it in your collection. It's Charizard, it'll go up. You're almost guaranteed.
Yeah.
So I don't think it'll ever fully die. Just go for the big name sets and you got a good investment.
Well, and it's Pokemon's got too much of a legacy now to die.
It does.
I mean, it's the once something hits generational status, meaning it's made the jump from one generation to the next,
Hmm.
it starts to become more of a staple because now you have multiple people collecting in it. You have the ability for this is going to sound corny, but you have the abilities for fathers and sons and mothers and daughters to do it together, and it makes more sense to both of them. It's not like my son now talking to me about Roblox. What's Roblox? I don't. This is stupid. I don't understand. So let me get this straight. You took a 64-bit game and you tried to make it look like an 8-bit game, and you guys all think it's awesome. It's just confusing.
It's reverse psychology.
Yeah. It's so shitty. It's cool.
Yeah. Hi, Lewis. How you doing, bud?
Hi, Lewis. Hopefully you're not a Roblox fan. Anyway,
No, he's a Minecraft fan.
Minecraft. Okay, same deal. 8-bit,
Same
64-bit.
He's a big gamer. He likes his Call of Duty and Minecraft and all that, and he's good at everything because he lives and breathes video games right now. So, you would figure Funko would have been dead. Pokemon's gonna outlive Funko by a mile.
Funko's technically already dead.
Yeah, Funko, and I'm a toy seller. I've been a toy seller for a long time. Funko hit its peak for me 2018, maybe 2017. When Toys R Us went out of business was around the time Funko started its downward dive.
Yeah.
And ingenious idea though.
Oh yeah.
Take the same mold and just keep creating crap, and they made millions off that. But the only thing that I'll give them is at least they're trying to expand a little bit. They're making different figures now. They are starting to get a little bit more into the action figure and the pins of big pins. So they are starting to come out with some. They even have board games now. That I know we started selling recently. So Funko's they're trying to pivot a little, which is good.
No.
But Pokemon,
Yeah,
I don't see it ever dying.
The company Funko probably will always be around in one way or another.
Yeah.
I don't know about the pops. The pops are gonna meh.
If they're smart, they try to get those tiny ones to be the ones that are
Oh,
better
there you
ones.
go. Yeah.
Because you don't think about it until you buy a shit ton of them. So I got a buddy that just fell in love with Funko like 3 or 4 years ago, and I was just getting him deals. I was selling, and he lived in a smaller place. It was only about 4 months in of him buying from me, and naturally he went crazy on him. But he already had one whole wall full, and them stacked from the floor to the ceiling. And 4 months is all it took. That's how much room these things take. And then if you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it, so they gotta get the little ones. Those ones make them popular.
There you go. Next thing is going to be Funko Pop Mini Ripper ships. Get the mystery bags.
Okay, you talk. I'll be right back. I gotta plug in my computer.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so that was kind of my thought on Funko is it the only thing that's saving Funko right now is the buyers were the one that created the fad, and not like Beanie Babies where they over exaggerated the values.
Usually
and
it's a
got caught
sign.
doing it.
Usually it's a sign when McDonald's starts to make it. It's a toy.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Let's see.
But you know what? But I will say this. You know how many McDonald's Pokemon cards are actually worth money? And you know
Oh
why?
yeah.
Because you know how impossible it is to get those graded in a 10? Because they're crushed by your
Oh yeah.
food and the fries and get all
They've been
greasy.
crammed into everything under the sun, and yeah, yeah. In fact, I sold a was it a McDonald's or a Burger King? Right, I gave it
You
away
had the Burger
over on
King.
Rockets. Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
Burger
you had
King
the early
Pokemon card.
Pokemon one. McDonald's didn't even have them yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That thing had to have been worth, 60, $70. I'm kidding. It was probably worth like $5. But
But it's funny though because you wouldn't think it, but some of them do.
yeah. I'll have you know, I even put that in a top loader and then wrapped it in bubble wrap and sent it out in a bubble mailer.
Look at you go.
So I took care of it.
You're gonna be on rockets in no time.
No, no. Well, this is as close as I'm getting right here.
No, I'm gonna get you in there. We gotta bring our co-live to
You
rockets.
you got to understand though. I know nothing. I mean, the only reason I know this is Detective Pikachu is because of the movie. And
Dude, here's the thing, and this is probably a good one for the people in here. If you get a great deal on something, are you gonna say no because you don't know for sure what it is? No, you're gonna buy it and you're gonna go sell it, and you know what? Fake it till you make it. Um, because at the end of the day, like if you're got for me buying glass, I see it's got a maker's mark. Great, it's real. It's got everything.
Mhm.
I have
Yeah.
no clue what it is. I buy the shit and I go to sell it. It's either I'm gonna put it on Etsy and Google search it and find out what the hell the damn thing is, or I'm gonna set it in front of the camera and say, "Okay, Jody, what's that?"
Oh yeah, I bought a piece today, and my wife goes, "What are you buying that for?" Because we had it it was in the garage or in the gal's garage, so it was dark. It didn't look, yeah, it didn't look impressive.
Mhm.
But I recognized it because it was this nice little fluted dish, and it had a white rim of glass. I'm sure everybody's seen them before. It was sitting around, and it had like the bubble pattern on the outside.
Mhm.
And my wife goes, "What are you buying that for?" She goes, "It's $5." I said, "Well, it's $5 because it's Fenton moonstone with a fire ring." She's like, "What?" I said, "Hold on." Took her outside, you know, held it up to the sunlight, and suddenly this bright burst of like orange flames comes off of the white ring down through the glass. And the little bubbles on the outside have this opalescent look to them that it makes them look like a moonstone. And she's like, "Oh," I said, "Yeah, this is Fenton Moonstone. Da da da. Yeah, it's probably like 25, $30, $30 piece."
Mhm.
Really? Like, yeah. But I learned that. I haven't learned Pokemon yet, so I'll be holding up a card going, "This is a dude with a shell and a fireball." I don't
So I'm telling you, our boys are gonna have to start running some shows here soon.
know. Yeah. And you know what? So I was, you were on the phone with me the other night when he was playing his new PS3,
Mm-hmm.
and he was playing. I think it was WWE. It was, I think, WWE 16 is what came with it,
Mm-hmm.
and he's playing, and it's the damnedest thing because my son, mind you, he's 7 years old. This is the first gaming system he's had
Right.
ever,
Right.
ever. So he's got a PS3 controller in one hand, and he's so excited that he's doing the handshake thing because he's fighting a guy. So one arm is shaking, and I look over, and he's got the controller in one hand, and he's playing. And he actually beat the computer one-handed.
Nice.
The best I could tell, he's not really learning how to play the game. He just presses buttons with the one
Nice.
hand until it gets done.
Nice.
It's like, "Bud, there's other things you can do." I don't care. This works. Leave me alone. Okay. I said, "Most people play two-handed, but it's up to you." but but yeah, so that's the extent of our gaming. Is he's got two games. He's now addicted. He wanted me to stop. He wanted me to stop at GameStop today.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not happening.
And it begins.
Yeah. No, it's no. He's like, well, you could play with me. I'm like, there's only one controller, dude. Well, yeah, we'll just pass it back and forth. I'm like, it doesn't work that way.
Let's see what I sold. I'll pull a Jake here. Okay, so where did I sell this to? Okay. So I sold 7 pieces of little people, little tykes, just the little figures on Etsy.
Nice. Okay.
Before shipping and everything, $34.97 just for the item. 7 pieces, 7 little people.
That works.
Mm-hmm. So we talked about this too, and I'll just touch on it. We had an unfortunate issue on. It wasn't an unfortunate issue. It was just something that happens from time to time. Um, on Rockets, where we did, like I was just saying, buy something if it's cheap, and you're gonna buy it because it's cheap, and you're gonna try to sell it. Well, there's a caveat to that. Fakes, because there's a lot of fakes out there. Like fake Pokemon cards. And let's see if I can get this in here. This is a fake pack of Pokemon cards. These are all fake.
Oh, because aren't they like supposed to be a straight cut on top?
Yeah, as you see, these are jagged cut. That's how you know dead center that's your dead to rights. That's bad. You can also see through this part here when you hold it in the light. You can't see it from here, but I can see through it because of the screen. And the art and the artwork is 100% wrong. So I saw this one a mile away when it happened. The seller did not know, and it's fine. We caught it, and they were super appreciative and everything, and we appreciate them for understanding. This happens. People will take advantage of you, especially if they find out you're a reseller and you're gonna just buy stuff. They'll try to give you this crap and try to get you to buy it. And you gotta watch the fakes. And Pokemon is heavily faked, so you gotta know what you're buying. Glass is a little harder to fake. It does happen.
Oh yeah,
but not as often as this.
I can say it's getting actually harder. The glass market has been inundated with fakes as of late, and what brought it on was Alibaba and Temu. And it's not so much like the glassware and the that stuff. I'm talking about like the paperweights. There is a large influx of paperweights, a large influx of the hand-blown glass candies that you see people selling. In fact,
yeah. We talked about a few of those shows.
In fact, if you head over right now to Alibaba and put in Murano glass, you'll get a whole page of faked Murano items, like the fish in a bag, that's the paperweight, all of that stuff. So if you're a new seller or someone that's not experienced to look at some of the products, you more than likely will spend way more money than it's worth at a flea market, because the guy's going to go, oh yeah, it's all Murano glass. No, it's not.
Yes. Yep. The miniature animals.
Yep. The miniature animals. That's another one.
Yeah. And that's the thing is it's very rarely the reseller that is doing it. They're not being malicious. They're not doing anything wrong. Some crook took advantage of somebody. Is what happened. And that's just what it pans out to be, and it's wrong. And that's the thing, is like, find an expert in the field. Like myself and Carl are as close to experts in Pokemon as you can get. I'm pretty much across the board on any toy. You're definitely the glass expert by far, and definitely the vintage. Me and you can both toil into toys on vintage, though. I think we're both.
Oh yeah, I think you probably have me on the vintage toy side as far as knowledge. My side is more like the MCM home goods and vintage glass, antique glass, the oddities stuff too. I like to get into. Like today, I bought a whole. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I bought a whole box of analog phone testing equipment. So you remember the old like red handled? You'd see the telephone linesman plugging it in out on the pole and making a call to test the lines. Bought one of those, and then there was some repeater equipment that I bought, and the guy's like, "Why are you buying this? Everything switched to digital." I'm like, "Believe it or not, there's a market for it out there."
Market for anything.
I mean, this guy, of course, was a retired telephone guy. So what's he start doing? He goes into all the spiels about how this works and how that used to work, and this did that and that did this. And then he says, "Well, I don't know. Why would you buy this stuff if you?" I said, "The passion that you have, you're not the only person out there with that passion. And they'll buy it just to put it on their shelf and remind their grandkids how they used to be a telephone guy." It's weird. But yeah, the oddity stuff, the survival stuff, we're probably close on. As far as the how-tos and what-tos and what to use and what not to. But yeah, and the longer you do this game, you start to dabble a little more into something else, because the stuff that you learn it and then you just know it, and it becomes boring after a little while. So then you dive down another rabbit hole. But
Yeah, and that's the thing is like I do, and again, like you said, not to pat ourselves on the back or anything, but us, you, and CW are probably the closest things to professional everything sellers. We touch almost anything, and I actually have suppliers and wholesalers in multiple markets because, like I was saying, what we're good at, Sandra is actually good at the electronic side, gaming, and clothing. She could spot a fake Calvin Klein a mile away. I don't know how she does it. She knows before she even touches the damn thing. So, so yeah, we all have our expertise, which is pretty neat, and it's all like you already touched on it. It's passion. We just get good at it because it's what we like.
Oh, I bought a camera today that I'm going to tease Jake with. It's a
We've been buying
JVC
the shit out of
camcorder.
those.
Yeah, a JVC camcorder, like an actual VHS camcorder. New in the box.
New in the box? Oh, I was gonna brag. I got one in a briefcase. I just don't know
I
where
bought
it's
it
at.
at a church sale, and they had bought it to record the sermons, and never used it.
Oh,
I got it for $10.
no shot, dude. Damn. There's your money.
I did have a sale too. We were bragging about sales. Okay, well, I got one to brag about. I finally made an eBay sale. It's been a while.
You're worried about your PlayStation not selling, and then you got that thing. You'll be fine.
I try. I bought sold a vintage Alaskan Inuit soapstone kayak and hunter carving.
Nice.
$75 over on eBay.
Nice.
So, yeah, I would. Well, here, can I bring up there? I guess I can kind of bring up an image, can I? Look at me go with this whole sharing screen thing. So I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. Share. Burp.
Look at them sharing. Oh, sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring until it itches. But yeah, so if you're looking for these, it's the little. I mean, you'll know soapstone. The easiest way to tell if it's real soapstone is pick it up, flip it over, because you don't want to make a mark on the visual part of the piece. But take your fingernail and scratch just ever so slightly. You don't have to push real hard. And yeah, you'll leave a mark in soapstone. You can actually carve it with a butter knife if you want to.
I thought you were supposed to take it to the sink and try to wash your hands with it.
I wouldn't recommend that because it is a very porous material, so it will absorb moisture.
It was here somewhere. Yeah, that puddle there. Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
statue.
yeah. And
Hey, Street
if
Dreams,
you
how you
ever want
doing?
to polish soapstone, because it's not easy to polish,
I
a microfiber towel with a little bit of mineral oil goes a long way. You don't need anything special.
I got a hat that I could be wearing right now to tell you how to clean it.
Oh, is it
I
the one
bought
that
it.
says "shit soap producer"?
No, no, it's
Oh,
a Haktua hat I bought from Soda City.
oh, that. So I'm looking. I need to find them. They're somewhere in my eBay boxes. On the next live sale, I'm going to try to sell it. I have a HAK2 license plate.
Nice.
So it is a Montana Haktua. Street Dreams, good to see you out there. Hopefully you're doing better, bud.
Yeah, Street Dreams. I hope you're feeling better, man. And yeah, definitely. I want to do that co-live when you get better, man.
And that's only for antibacterial soapstone. That's what you use on
Oh,
this.
oh, I
Yeah,
was confused. Sorry about that. Thank you.
there you go. There you go.
And Heather is right, for sure. If you have the vintage glass animals, you will be able to tell the difference. If you have the vintage one, to just spot a fake just by feel and weight.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah.
you have dead
Extremely
giveaways.
light. Because most of the most of the characters, unless it's spun glass or hand blown glass, most of the other ones are made with 24% lead crystal. So you can actually feel a weight difference between like a Fenton, the Fenton pink bears. I'm sure everybody has probably seen one of those, the little Fenton glass bears. You pick that up and you pick up like a modern glass bear, it's substantially different weighted.
Yep.
So you just kind of get used to the feel. Also, the fit and finish. So, like where they apply the arms, a Fenton bear, you won't be able to see where they apply the arms. Some of the knockoff ones, if you get it in the right light and turn it, you'll actually see like an epoxy resin there.
Yeah.
Glass blowers don't use epoxy.
Nope.
So look it over really. And the other way to tell is, of course, like we were showing the other night with the black light, because
Yeah.
most old glass, although you don't think it should glow, most old glass will have a glow tint to it when you hit it with a black light.
Yes.
So it's either the manganese or the cobalt, or I mean, there's multiple different minerals that are involved in making the glass glow. But yeah, you want
I like
to have a cheap $2-3 black light with you everywhere you go.
my favorite thing to do is to have make sure I use that chipped uranium glass bowl when I'm eating my ice cream.
There you go. There you go. Does it
A
taste
little
good?
uranium never hurt anyone.
Well,
Well, I
it
can
is a
tell
very
you.
minuscule amount, but it's just the idea that you're
Yeah,
eating off of something that actually picks up on a Geiger counter.
uh, I actually have a set of sherbet glasses
Mm-hmm.
here that I forgot I bought, and I bought it from Mama Bear, I believe. And I sold my set, and I think I sold my set to Street Dreams actually, and I think I sold it for like $8. And I think it's funny because I think I bought the set almost identical from Mama Bear for about the same. It's like, is it the same ones, and we're just trading them back and forth?
Round and round
Wait,
and round. I haven't seen my, the first time I brought uranium to District, I haven't seen a lot of those pieces come up. That
really?
was before my time of having, my own marketplace, and before, well, it was when I was running over on Knickknacks. I might as well just say it. I bet you I sold, this is going to piss people off. Before you all knew me, I'll bet you one show I sold 45 pieces of uranium glass. And most of it went for $5 to $7.
Oh, that gives me heartburn. Huh.
I had an actual like relish tray plate that was the etched glass, everything. I mean, it was just beautiful. And you hit it with a black light, and it was like somebody colored it with a neon highlighter. It was just awesome. It went for like $12.
like I remember when in all these marketplaces like started blowing up like late last year,
Mm-hmm.
if I remember correctly, or at least some of these marketplaces. And some of these marketplaces I went in, they were what were they, a few thousand when we walked in, and
Yeah.
now they're over 10,000. And
Mm-hmm.
when they were at their lower mark, a lot of the best sellers are still the best sellers. I mean,
Funny how that works, huh?
there's always going to be good new sellers, and we're going to get
Hmm.
other great sellers. But it's just like the best ones didn't leave, and they're still at the top of their game.
Yeah.
And it's pretty neat to me to see that. Um, but what was also funny is when I came into district, and the first marketplace I joined was Knickknacks, um, and that's where me and you first came across
Salt
paths.
and pepper shakers.
Yeah, that's where we crossed paths, and we started
Hmm.
picking at each other in there, and then the rest was history. Uh, Random relics slid into my DMs, and
Wait, what? I did what? I don't remember sliding into anything. I don't slide well. I don't know how to tell you this.
he stomped his ass in there. No,
Yeah.
no, but no, it was, and that was kind of it, and it all started with jokes, and that's kind of why we do things the way we do.
Hmm. It's,
What's the
it's
best way
funny.
to What's the best way to run your life? Have fun, tell jokes.
Hmm.
But anyway, I got off topic again. Um, so when I came in, with all these great sellers and all these great sorcerers and everything, I was actually low on stock at the time. So I get the first 2 months, and I'm not exaggerating, I spent probably $25,000
Oh yeah.
in the first 2 months. And
Hmm.
I couldn't believe, you couldn't, I, like I had stacks of just cases of stuff sitting out in front. And you could hear my post lady just pissed on my freaking camera. She is so pissed. And
Visibly complaining.
so then I started giving her the tips that I was allowed to give her through the post office.
Hmm.
And because I called them specifically to make sure I had the tips right, and you got to do it right and follow the good. And then once I started doing that, she was happy. But at first, she was pissed.
Yeah, that was. I remember some of the screenshots that you sent me. That holy,
I couldn't believe it.
15 to 20 freaking packages a day.
Mhm.
A day.
And they weren't
And
stopping. I was getting them on Sundays.
you,
Like they
you
were.
were doing you were doing well. You were. But I don't know. I think it was cost effective for you.
Uh, my cost per unit was quite low, and it was interesting. But it's funny. I told you this, and I don't know if I said it out loud. So there was this set of and it was very recent that I sold it. Set of Dragon Ball Z headphones. I sold them on first class, and
Hmm.
then the person I sold them to reran them on first class, and I bought them back, and she was laughing because I bought them back, and we exchanged it. I think $8 and $11 is what we went back and forth with, and I just recently sold it for like $22. So I think in the end ended up making like 23 because I think I was on the winning end of the district side too. So I was like, yeah, you can give like your mail person. I have to look again. I think it's 20 or $25. You can give them gift cards, but they got to be gift cards, something has tax paid on it,
Hmm.
and then you can give that to your post carrier. They got some pretty strict rules on that.
Yeah, no straight cash. All cash has to be claimed.
Not saying I
And
haven't.
then-
I mean, I haven't done that.
Nope. Nope. Never happened.
Yeah, you can give them gift cards and stuff, and it can't. I think it's 25, and you just can't give them more than that on a gift card.
You
That's
should have
the
been
max.
giving your lady a friggin' back brace.
Should be giving her. I should have gave her a Corvette. That poor,
Oh,
and naturally, she's like the smallest male person I think in our entire post office. She's probably like 5 foot nothing, and like 90 pounds, and she's like
she has
carrying like
your
a
route.
stack of boxes this high, and she's just walking. She can't see, but she's walking.
She's coming that direction. Doesn't know what
Mhm.
direction it is, but she's going.
She always did a great job though. She didn't drop nothing. She always did a good job. Mhm.
Yeah. So it's an interesting time that we're in right now.
Yeah, it's a little slow. Um,
Mhm. A little
and
quieter.
like some folks noted, we have some interesting folks now in district.
Mhm.
That like to be a distraction, but don't let them distract you. Just ignore it. And this is what it is. If they get too out of hand, that's what district's there for. If they get too out of hand, report it to them. But
Mhm.
usually the best course of action is just ignore them. Don't let them bother you. Don't let them distract you. Whether you're a buyer in the chat with them or if you're the seller, just ignore
Okay,
them.
Pokemon guy. What's that thing?
It's an oddish.
Okay. So it is Pokemon. All right. Because I just noticed that I see Donald Duck in here too. So it's not all
Psyduck?
Pokemon.
Oh,
No,
there's an
Donald
actual
Duck.
legit Donald Duck. Okay.
Hmm. Oh, hey, here's your buddy. Found your buddy.
Squirtle. Little Squirtle.
Oh man, there's.
Yeah, definitely check those because depending on which series they came from, some of those are expensive as crap. I sold a series one. I sold a series one, but it was sealed and everything, brand new. A series one Pikachu for like $35. Eevee.
Oh, you know what I should do?
Hmm.
I should just go over on Rockets and start the whole bag for like $20. Just let it run for like an hour.
Hey guys, this is a sudden death. 60 minutes.
Yeah, 60 minutes. And then there's even like vinyl figures in here like this. I don't know
Oh
what
yeah,
these are.
that's Chikorita.
See, I'm glad you know all these.
Hmm
Well,
Chikorita's from the second series, Neo.
I'm gonna be lining them all out on a table and just taking a picture and going, "What do I have? I
What
don't know
is
what
this
this
one?
is.
It's blue.
I have so much. There's so many freaking little pieces in here. See, like I
Donald
got
Psyduck. Yes.
yes, Donald Psyduck. See,
Yes.
I got the bodies in there somewhere. I gotta
That's the head of Umbreon.
yeah.
Yeah, that's probably one of the, if not the most popular, that's second most popular evolution.
Wait. There's okay. There's the body. I found the body.
Okay, yeah. You're gonna want to get that one back together. Umbreon's very popular. That Evolving Skies box I was telling you about,
Mm-hmm.
that's the Pokemon on the card, Umbreon. It's called Moonbreon because Umbreon's reaching for the moon
Ah,
on the
okay.
card, but that's Umbreon is the Pokemon card in Evolving Skies that's worth so much.
There we
That
go.
boosted that box to
Now
$1,200
it's
a
all back
box.
together.
Yeah, definitely keep that one nice and handy.
Just put that over there then.
Yeah, Eevee or any of the evolutions are always popular.
It's just amazing to me that there's so much, so much. Uh, you ever buy something and then regret your decisions right out of the gate?
Every day. So I don't know if I should name the seller because it doesn't matter. It's not the seller's fault. I don't even know why I did it. Screw it. I'll say it. It was Dave. I was at one of Dave's lives, and he brought up these. They weren't like bathroom signs, but they were like just signs like say storage and handicap and like some other things. And I have no idea why I bought them at all. They were new. They're great. I don't know why I bought them. I mean, granted, I got like 20 signs, and they're good signs. They're high quality.
All right, all
I got
right.
20 of them for like $9. So I mean, there's money there. But
You're not
I'm
gonna get hurt by any means.
no, I'm not a sign seller. So most likely, what it's gonna be is I'm just gonna probably run them live, and
All right, all right. I gotta find Charizard's foot, but I got a Charizard. He's missing a foot.
just Charmander.
Okay, see there you fucking go.
But Charmander evolves into Charizard, so you were close.
Oh, okay.
That's the first evolution. Is Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard.
Knows Pokemon really well. Yes, he does. He does. He's my Pokemon dude.
Yep, that's Eevee. Eevee evolves into Umbreon.
Yeah, I got 3 or 4 of her.
Mhm.
There are so many. I've made mistakes. I don't wanna. I don't.
Yeah. I don't know why I bought those. Again, that was where my deal mind clicks in. Like, okay, it's still too cheap. I got to bid on it, and
Yeah.
I know I can make money on it. I still know why I can make money on it, but now I have it. I'm like, okay, how do I list this? Because there's pairs, but there's like a bunch of different ones. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I should have let somebody who's actually a sign seller buy those because I'm just not a sign seller at all.
Yeah, but
But
it's one of those things where a good deal is a good deal.
I
So you
know,
know it's there.
I know,
But
and it is. I could at least triple my money at minimum.
yeah.
And but what I have become lately, and you found this out, is a garden glove and garage glove seller.
Yeah.
As of late.
Well, and you're getting into it. Yeah.
Oh,
Sung and
dude,
danced.
yes, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah. Oh, look, he's even got a magnifying glass. Aw.
How's it going?
He's got a little magnifying glass.
Yeah, he's got a whole bag of those things. Man, actually, you got multiple bags of those things.
Well, this one's all one set, so it's
Look at all that.
like I said, I don't know anything about them. I had mistakes were made.
Just to give you context, to buy that wholesale, like to buy the mega constructs, the little figures, they come with a different Pokeball usually. Like they'll come with a Premier Ball or a Great Ball or something,
Mm-hmm.
and then the figures inside there, and you build it and stick it on top. To buy a case of those wholesale is like $70. So you did pretty dang good on that.
Okay.
Because the older those get, they're much like the cards. They usually tend to pick up value, not lose it.
Oh,
You
did
did
you
fine.
check out John's auction tonight?
I did.
Did you pick any good steals up?
I haven't. I didn't buy nothing. No.
Oh.
No, I didn't buy anything. I
Yeah.
bought so much product lately that I don't need to buy anything else.
You don't want to play no more? Can give you the
Dude,
0?
I have so many booster boxes now, and I have a ton of boosters, a ton of blister packs, Steam boxes. It's like I, I I'm a Pokemon card collector, and I'm annoyed by how much I have. Um, and
Well, but you made that trend from collector to seller.
I know it does pain me to sell some of the stuff too, because that's the collector in me. But with the Pokemon card shortage though, and me and Carl's ability to get sealed product, it kind of helps.
Huh?
Yeah.
Running fire and good. I felt bad because I got home so late, but I see it was still on, so I'm now watching it in the lower screen. So if it's,
Yeah. Oh
we could
yeah.
all watch it together. I can just
Yeah. No, I got so much stuff coming in, and Mattel did a mass release recently, and that I got a bunch of stuff coming in from that. Um, Bandai, I got a big release that came out too. So get ready, I got more new toys coming soon.
nice.
Yeah, so
Well, and we got the diecast raid train coming up on the 24th. I need to get the sign up sheet made up for that.
yeah, I'm gonna order some more of these Skybusters, and
Oh, nice.
to pair up with the other diecast, because it's nice to have that difference because if you're on a diecast, it's tough to run all Hot Wheels. Um,
Yeah, trust me, I know.
well, but the thing is like me and you both will do like Hot Wheels, and then you mix in Johnny Lightning, and you
Yeah,
mix in some Green Light. You mix in these other brands, it makes it a little bit
world
cooler.
champion stuff. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, it helps because you're getting different brands and you're getting different qualities. But
Mhm.
then you throw in Skybusters and Miesto, and you start throwing in the planes and helicopters. It just helps further that. So
Yeah,
I even got some World Tech toys. I may run with those. Um,
it is hard though to keep a variety when you're selling,
it is.
because it, as many of you buyers know out there, a lot of times you'll come into a lot of a lot, like an actual lot of stuff,
Yep. Yep.
and it's somebody's Hot Wheel collection that they've had for 20 years.
hmm
Um, so it's that fine line between, are you willing to take smaller numbers, but to be able to move the stuff out and get it out of the house and get on to something else, or do you want to hold on to that stuff and kind of blend a show together to where it's more inviting and more exciting for multiple different buyers out there, not just Hot Wheels buyers, but like you said, the airplanes and helicopters, and get all of that stuff together and divide it out. Let's see. Are you gonna order any of the mask repops from loyal subjects? I'm guessing that's you, not me.
That would be a Sandra question, because that's outside me too. I don't know. I don't know. It was funny. We had some Bam Presto stuff that I had no idea that we bought, and I was like, "What the hell is this even?" And she told me it was some anime I've never freaking heard of. And she's sitting, and it's kind of like what you sit there and like when we're talking about Pokemon. She's explaining this thing
Mhm.
to me, giving me the names.
You start to go, "Hey, Hapa."
I was like, "Got
Mhm,
you.
mhm.
I trust your judgment."
Yeah. Cool. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Moving on, bud.
the anime outside of Pokemon, the anime is all Sandra. Everything's her. When it comes to anything anime, she knows Pokemon well, but she knows all these animes. Like I know what a Naruto is. That's about as far as it goes.
Oh, I did. My wife found something today that you might be interested in that will run during the diecast show.
Uh-oh.
They're probably 65, 66 Corvettes, but they're micro machine,
You suck.
and there's three of them. I also got a Corvette cookie jar. And what was funny was I had no idea. She's showing me the cookie jar, and she lifts the lid off. Somebody had thrown them into the cookie jar and sold it all one price.
Dang.
So we got a pink Corvette cookie jar,
Mm.
and inside was three micro machines. So That works.
That was a lucky pick. Um, Speaking of cookie jars, I got the what was it, the 100-year anniversary of Oreo cookie jar with
Oh,
the cow on top,
nice.
and yeah, I got that one listed. I think I actually did put that one on eBay, and I have no idea why. It should be on Etsy. Um, you know why? Because I think it's a 2008. That's probably why.
It wasn't old enough.
Yeah, so it wasn't old enough to be on Etsy. That's why it's on eBay. But I have it listed at like 130, and I think I'm $30 under market, and now it's sitting at 25% off. I'm just waiting for that damn thing to sell. And the only reason I bring it up is one, you said cookie jar, and two, I'm gonna be so pissed when it sells because I'm gonna have to package that stupid thing.
Oh, hey, check
That's not
this out.
it's not gonna be fun.
No. Look what John's selling right now. Two
Ceramic,
piece.
ceramic.
Mm-hmm. Brand new in the box. I'm kind of interested to see what this is going to go for because it'll tell us. Because last year, these were extremely hot in fourth quarter. I'm talking like easily, pick one up. You were almost guaranteed $75 to $100.
Nice.
So we'll see what this one. He hasn't ran it yet. I'm waiting. There are some buyers in there though. Okay, here we go. $20 right now. Or sorry, $2. $2. Oh, Mama Bear's in there. That's why Mama Bear's not chatting.
Mm-hmm.
Now 4. J Ride's in it for 5. It's one of the ceramic trees. 11.4 by 72, so it's a smaller one.
Mm-hmm.
New in the box.
There was so much repop this last year.
This one wouldn't be a repop.
Right.
But yeah, there was quite a bit of repop, so it does drag the.
Target, they all
Yeah, it does drag the market down, but
they did various sizes.
yeah. Let's see. Loyal subjects bought a bunch of license for figure line mask. Oh, my buddy Jim. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So they're planning on repopping all the old toys. That'll drive the market nuts. Went for $17.
Somebody got
There
a
you go.
deal. But
J Ride, of course.
of course, butter the bread. But the strawberry shortcake I think will do well on those. I don't know about the mask.
Rainbow Bright might do all right.
Yeah, yeah, I guess so because that was kind of your generation.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, with your generation, it's
That's
like
the
introduce it to your kids.
Yeah, the My Buddy and the Rainbow Bright will probably do well.
Mm-hmm.
Strawberry Shortcake always does well.
Always does. Yeah.
Yeah. Popples, maybe.
See, this is the thing. So strawberry shortcake and what's the other one? I'm trying to think of. Oh, what the heck's her name? It's gonna kill me because it's gonna kill my point. What's the one Commonwealth likes?
Betty Boop.
Betty Boop. And
Okay.
so those two, if they have survived the test of time, I don't think things like Pokemon are ever going away.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you even ask my 9-year-old, he knows who Strawberry Shortcake and Betty Boop is.
Mm-hmm.
How? I don't know because I didn't tell him.
Or Peanuts.
Oh, Polly Pocket. Yeah, Polly Pocket. Yeah, Peanuts. Yep, Peanuts, Polly Pocket.
I mean, Peanuts hasn't been around for how many years now since they released an even remotely close to modern movie?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody still knows Peanuts.
The most annoying Christmas movie of all time.
Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown.
No, not that one. What the hell's it called? Shit, I had it on my tongue too. It was actually made here in Cleveland. A Christmas.
Oh, you're talking about the Christmas Story.
Yeah, the Christmas Story with the Red Ryder
Uh-huh.
BB gun.
Uh-huh.
I went to that house, and it is small. Um, and they actually sell Red Ryder BB guns inside that little museum house.
Yep. The Red
You get
Ryder
to,
carbine. The
yep.
carbine. Had to be the carbine.
Yeah. It's pretty funny. They get the little figures of all the guys and him in his
Bet they
pajamas.
sell
But
the lamps too.
they sell the lamps. They
Mhm.
sell the BB gun. The best part, they sell the bunny pajamas.
Oh my. So is there a certain point in time when WSNC is all dressed up as bunnies when it's time
No,
for Christmas? No?
the last time I was there was actually pre even my current wife was last. I haven't been there. I was probably 21 maybe,
Uh,
2021. So it was at least 16, 17 years ago I was there. And I remember looking at that Red Ryder BB gun. Now it wouldn't matter, but I can only imagine how much it is now. Back then it was $120 to buy one from that museum.
mm-hmm.
So now it's probably like 300.
Yeah, literally for a $20 BB gun.
Yes,
It's the same one that you buy in Walmart.
just because there's a picture of the movie there on the side and it says it on the top of Christmas. It's got a picture of him holding it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's what you're paying for the box.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're not paying for the BB gun.
Yeah.
BB gun's just a standard Red Ryder BB gun.
I think the plastic back of the BB gun has a Christmas Story actually like
Engraved on the buttstock.
engraved into the buttstock. Yeah.
So,
And,
funny story. Where I grew up back in South Dakota,
mhm,
Boyd's Gun Stocks. If you've ever heard of Boyd's Gun Stocks out there,
mhm.
super popular gun stock company, made millions of dollars by now, and they're in this little warehouse right off of Betts Road in the middle of nowhere in South Dakota. And they actually got the contract when they brought back out the Red Ryder BB gun.
Mhm.
They're the ones that do the carving for the butt and the foregrip.
That's cool.
And we found out about it because we used to get all of our firewood from all their spent lumber.
Mhm.
So their offcuts and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And we started getting stocks of Red Ryder. And they were already pre-carved. They weren't finished or anything. So we did, and Red Ryder hadn't re-released their Red Ryder BB gun yet, or Daisy hadn't re-released it yet.
Yeah.
So we literally had to sign a non-disclosure statement to
Mhm.
get the firewood from Boyd's gun stock.
My gosh.
So nobody knew why they were mass producing Red Ryder BB gun, stocks and foregrips. But
That's
I
why I
should
don't
have
have Red Ryder BB gun, so I don't shoot my eye out.
exactly. I
Mm.
should have kept a bunch of them and just sold them later on. But yeah, well.
That's true. You should have. Dude, you could have been making a mint right now on live selling.
Oh, God. Unfinished Red Ryder BB gun stocks. Oh,
Mm.
there was. You got to remember they brought them in a seed truck load was what came to the house. So you're
So you
digging
had a
through.
ton of them.
Oh yeah,
You
you're
had
digging through. There was 200-300 offcut, Red Ryder stocks that just went in the wood stove.
Dang.
I wasn't thinking I was just a kid. I hadn't started picking yet.
Hey, no judgment from me because I did plenty of stuff that I shouldn't have done picking.
Oh yeah,
We all have.
exactly.
Like, so
like buying
I
bags of nothing that you want to put together.
you see this
Tea
thing,
gray.
this thing here. The only reason why I remember his age is because me and my wife went in to buy champagne flutes for our 5-year anniversary. And
And you walked out with a tiger?
it was in the middle of the mall and the APL was there. And
Oh
naturally you have a little kid
my.
and the APL with a bunch of little bouncing kittens.
You start hearing the "In the Arms of an Angel" song, and
Well, the funny thing is we actually got him and his sister, but his sister went to my parents because the group of cats we have, they did not get along with her. And so we went there and we picked his sister and we were gonna take the other girl because we had all girl cats at the time, and we're like, we don't want a boy in the mixing with the girls, but another family beat us to the other girl. So then we're like, okay, fine, I'll take the sleeping boy in the middle of the cage. He looks calm. That was a mistake. He was sleeping probably 'cause he terrorized the shit out of everything else. And he was just taking a nap.
I'm regenerating.
Uh-huh. So, yeah,
El Tigre. He's a good cat, though. Come on.
yeah, he's a good boy.
But, well, sir, we're an hour and 40 minutes into this.
hmm
It's been interesting. We actually talked some resale again. This is getting scary.
You know, I mean, darn it,
Yeah, shucks.
doing
guess
what
that's
the
what it's supposed to
podcast
be
said it's
doing.
supposed to do. Yeah, exactly doing.
Yeah. So for those of you that are having, slow times out there, keep your head up. It's not you. Um, you know, keep doing what you're doing unless it's slow through quarter 4. Then
Yeah,
you might want to re-examine. But
if you're slow in Q4, it's you.
yeah, exactly. So keep that in mind. If it's slowed down right now, it's slow across the board because everybody's doing the same thing that we're doing. They're out yard selling. Y'all still yapping? Well, we started a little late, Jake. So we're good to see you out there.
Yeah.
But
So Jody was running people over on his way in, and
I was not. I was a half inch from running people over. That's a different story. I'm just impressed. I still have no idea how that pickup stopped.
gosh,
It shouldn't
that's
have.
crazy.
I mean, when he cut across in front of me, I was probably doing 15 mile an hour, and he was, I don't know, I was probably doing like 10.
Dude, I can't, like, I wish I wouldn't have heard the story the first time, because I've watched plenty of people ride trikes, and
Oh,
like that just plays in my head even though I didn't see it and I've never seen it, and that's just playing in my head, and I'm like, this.
yeah, the best I can. Crypto? Crypto is Genesville, right?
Janesville, yes.
Yeah. Nobody knows. See, they all have different names in here. It's scary. Um, but yeah, just whew. Whew, I guarantee you that old boy's life flashed before his eyes a few times because
I
my,
hope I hope he gets better quick. Damn.
he was in pretty good spirits. He crawled off he stood getting off the bike. I mean, he stepped off of the bike. I'm guessing a lot of it had to do with shock and he couldn't feel his legs, but he stepped off, got onto the gurney fine. Yeah, it was bad. It was just bad. It was, it's never a good time when the EMT says, "Hey, can you guys put the throwaway sheets on?" That's not a good sign.
No.
And she literally made them change the sheets before they put the guy on the gurney. I'm like, oh my God, really? Put a, I don't know. There's other ways I would have went about it, but whatever. But yeah, that was not. Oh,
Well, hopefully he gets well soon. I always, like I told you in my past life, I was a quality and safety manager, and I don't know why they made me safety because I can't stand to see people in pain. Well, you know me. You know me pretty well
yeah.
now. I don't like to see people in pain. I don't like to see people fail. I don't like to see people lose. It drives me bonkers, and I just want to help everybody, and it's
And
the pain.
you're not really good at the whole, thick red cranberry juice thing.
No, no, because it's pain, and I don't like seeing people in pain. I
No.
have a high tolerance for pain. I can take pain, and I can take a
I'll
hit.
tell you what, he wasn't in any pain until the tourniquet was applied. Then he was in a lot of pain for a short amount of time before it went numb. But he was just chewing that nurse up one side, down the other, and good on her. She just body checked him basically and held his arms back and just kept cranking on the tourniquet until it got tight enough. But yeah, it was not it was not good. And I'm
He's
guessing
He's
well,
lucky
like
you
I
guys
told you
were
guys
there.
on the phone, if he'd have went another probably 3 blocks without getting something stopped, he'd have passed out on the bike. Because when we got him pulled into a parking spot in it was a pizza joint that we finally got him off the road and onto. They went in and of course, showing signs of shock. So get him something to drink, something cold to just kind of wet his mouth, and he was trying to hold the glass, and it was just, and I'm like, that's not a good sign.
No.
His other hand's not shaking, so it's not, anything obvious like pre-existing medical issues. So it was very much shock setting in, and he was
Yeah.
numb to the world. Hey, I'm fine. Just call the dealership. And the nurse that was there was just yelling at him like, we really don't care about the dealership. We need to get an ambulance here. Oh,
Yeah.
no, you don't need to call an ambulance. I'm fine. And she's like, no, you're not.
At this point, don't worry about the bike. Let the insurance take care of it.
Yeah, exactly. I could buy a 30 by 30 storage building that has Star Trek McFarlane toys and some He-Man and the other investment. Yeah, it'd be a good investment at $600. If that's all that's in there, you're talking a 30 by 30 full of just McFarlane anything. $600 is a good investment.
Yeah, that's not a bad price. Just so long as they're in good shape, but I'm guessing
Yeah.
if they're in storage rooms, they're probably in good shape.
Yeah.
New in boxes? Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
that's
no-brainer.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
even if
they-
you're talking, let's see, let's do some quick math here.
a 30 by 30 storage unit full of them, that would be probably more than 600 pieces.
Yeah, exactly.
So your price per unit be below $1. And McFarlane, I mean, what's your worst you're gonna get a return on, even on the small ones? $7-8. And if your
Yeah.
price per unit's below $1, yeah, you'll do fine.
Yeah, you should be fine. You're not going to quite 10 times your money, but you're pretty damn close.
Yeah. Yeah, and but on the nice ones, on the bigger ones, you will. If they got the bigger ones in there, if you got the full size 10 to 12-inch McFarlanes, yeah, they'll $20-30 a piece.
Or the any of the ships, since you're
Mhm.
talking Star Trek.
Yes.
If you have any of the ships in there, which I'm guessing the guy didn't just collect figures, so he's going to have some other ancillary items in there. You could have some prop toys in there mixed in. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities there. But like I said, anytime I'm buying a storage unit, I look at what I can see, because of course you can't, if you're buying this like a storage auction or if you're buying it direct from someone, if you're buying it direct from someone, by all means ask them if you can go in and just kind of get a basis on what you're looking at. And if you can clear your $600 and just what you can visually see quickly,
I was gonna say
then buy it.
don't tell Jake where it's at though. Jake will go buy it.
Yeah. Well, my brother just said, "Is that even a real question? I'll give the dude $1,000." So, I mean,
yeah, it's a good deal.
Yeah.
600. I'd take it.
Yeah, all day
Especially
long.
new in box. I wouldn't even blink. I'd be like, here you go. Give me the key.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how fast I could get the money out of my pocket, but it'd be pretty damn fast. So, if I can, especially if it's like from an individual, yeah, all day long.
You would get that money out of your pocket. Never mind. It's too soon for that joke.
Stop it.
Too soon.
Get the money out of the pocket faster than the gal put the tourniquet on that dude's leg.
No, I was gonna go the other direction with it, but
Yeah, I know.
same subject though.
I know. Ugh. Faster than some guy that's riding a trike that shouldn't.
See, I'm trying not to say it, and you're saying it.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Yeah, that was intense. I will say that. But yeah, I sure as hell wouldn't walk away from that storage unit. That's a buy at
Yeah.
To be honest with you, that would almost be a hard buy to walk away from, even at like 1,500.
Yeah.
So if you're getting it at 6, what the hell are you doing here talking to us?
Yeah.
Go. Go before he finds out what it's actually worth. Go.
He's not watching this, is he?
Yeah, no shit. You didn't tell him to watch our podcast, did you? Might not go.
Oh, there's
So
no
what's
drama.
the new drama in the reselling world tonight? Actually,
There's
the drama I had today had nothing to do with reselling, and it
No,
was
there's
actual
no.
drama.
Yeah, no, there's no new drama in reselling. Just the same old thing.
Same
You
old
end up with
shit.
some people in the comments that aren't nice, but other than that, that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
And we just talked about just ignore it and move on. It's that's pretty much the gist of what we talked about.
Yeah.
But no drama, nothing new. Thank goodness. Knock on wood. Nothing new, and I will take nothing new. I'm glad with that.
They're new in game shape. Thank you for the info.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's one hell of a find. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, if you find any of those other ones that you're really questioning, just let me know if you feel like passing on them. I know you're in Texas and all, but I will drive for that. That's flights aren't that expensive, and U-Hauls are cheap, so we're good.
Jeez.
I don't have to eat much.
You and Jake are gonna be arm wrestling for that one.
Oh, I'm not too worried about that.
Oh,
Jake.
Jake, we did talk about you though. We
He's a little guy.
we were talking about all the cameras that we bought when you were too late to the shows.
Oh, poor Jake. You had to go and
We
bring that up, didn't you?
But you know what? While you were talking about it, I was gonna tell you I bought 2 digital cameras. That were really nice from Mama Bear in their pouch with their cables and memory cards, and I'm gonna make sure those get deleted. I do not want to see what's on those.
Oh, come on. The curiosity will get you just a little bit. Come on.
No, no.
Can't be any worse than some of the storage units I bought. So,
Yeah, no, I'm good. I don't want to see what's on that memory card. And then I actually, well, I've been selling some digital cameras live too.
You know what the hardest part of when you're buying when you're an everything seller and you buy a storage unit and you're laughing about looking through pictures. So ephemera is a real thing, right? There's ephemera sellers out there. There's ephemera buyers out there. They buy a lot of older photos. I hate to say it, but the man passed away in a car accident and his kids don't want them. Oh God. Yeah. So yeah, you need to, before the kids talk to somebody, just saying.
Yeah.
Because somebody's going to get in their head and go, well, you know, if you live sold those or you list them on eBay and blah, and then it'll be, you know, the price will like triple.
And the trouble is those new in the box, they have a barcode, and how fast is it now to take this little thing here into eBay and
there it is.
Oh, $25 for just this one. Oh.
Yeah. Oh man, well there's got to be like 1,000 of them in here. Oh,
I appreciate the info, and Jake, no.
Jake, no. Yeah. So Jake, what's a JVC camcorder worth nowadays? Are they decent? Just, I'm asking for a friend.
He knows a guy.
I know a guy that knows a guy. It's a JVC camcorder, but it's actually it's VHS. You know, it's an older one. It's nothing.
Well, I'll tell you now, the thing they play and record on isn't worth.
Well, I mean, depending.
Well, tell me about your 17 cases you bought for it or sold for $1.
Oh no, I'm talking about the actual, the thing they play on. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the thing. Yeah, no.
Yeah, not the movies. The movies don't. Anybody that tells you that
just
VHS is
just wait,
hot.
Jake, until until he tells you what he's got. What makes your JVC so special there, Random Out?
It's a GR60, which is, you know, it's all right.
Mhm.
It's brand new in the box. Never used. Was bought by a church. And yeah, I got it for $10. So I should be okay.
Yeah, you should be. Yeah, you'll be okay.
I'm thinking. I mean,
Jake wants you to start it on $1 on first class.
no. There are many crazy things I will do. That is probably not one of them. Sorry.
Oh, at a minimum. At a minimum. No, no. Everybody has their specialty, and I know. Larry knows that both me and Jody are both into toys, and I'm a big time toy seller. So, no, it's definitely a good question to ask. Good question to ask.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the problem is a lot of people get overwhelmed when they're looking at that kind of bulk. You'll give me 16? Yeah, I bet you will, buddy. So don't get me wrong, there are some people that I know sell that I would probably tell them to pass
Yeah.
because it will be so overwhelming
Mm.
and they're not ready for the time suck that is required for a buy like that.
Yeah, but that is a once in a lifetime buy if you ask me.
Yeah, if you're gonna live sell something like that, you're set at least 6 months
Mm-hmm.
with that kind of inventory.
Oh yeah,
So
man, Jake, you could at least double his money.
yeah,
I
Jake, man, it's not $16.
he wasn't even willing to go to 20.
Yeah, still sealed in the box, man. Yeah. All right, I'll tell you what. I'll sell it to you for $16. What I need is $250 for shipping.
That's fair. See,
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I know. I know it's the Texas one.
yeah, we
I was
know.
just saying, if you were going to live sell all of it, yeah,
Yeah.
you're set up for 6 months. If you know, static listing on some of it, and
Uh-huh.
live selling on some to carry a, you know,
Oh yeah.
that's honestly what I would probably do is or a 1894 pocket watch for 25 cents. What? Who sold an 1894 pocket watch for 25 cents? Did you grab one, Jake?
I have this feeling he bought one for that.
Yeah. Yeah, if I was you, Larry, I'd probably static list about a third of it. Just so you get those long-term sales too. Get the live sales to recoup your money, get you back whole, and then kind of take your time with some of that because some of that stuff you're not going to want to run it just live.
Right.
And this is coming from a guy that does 90% of his sales on live selling. It's nice to have those oddity little bumps every once in a while in your month of, oh shit, okay, well, you know, there's another $500 in the account thanks to eBay that I didn't do a damn thing other than take a picture of it and throw it on a shelf and keep track of it when it sells. So it's always nice to have. But
The one a question that you and Jake both asked on the one podcast we were on, the third one, I think. And now it bothers me to this day because I don't know what my best sale ever was. But I think we were talking about just that last year. But I was like trying to think what my best sale ever was. I was like, I don't know what that is.
I know what it is.
Is that a problem?
I
Just
know
means
what
I've sold too much.
Yeah, I know what mine was, and mine was the best sale and the worst sale all at the same time.
Yeah.
It was that brooch that I told you about. Bought a brooch for $12. It was
Oh yeah.
costume jewelry,
Yeah.
and I sold it for like $480 and thought, holy shit, I cut a fat cow on that thing. And then the guy spun it instantly back onto eBay and sold it for $1,700. And I went, shit.
But you killed it. He killed it. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it passed down the line.
technically, your margin was still better.
True. But
But
but I sold it on eBay, so I could have just. And the worst part is he put it up for auction, and
yeah,
it went for $1,700. That's the hard ass chap right there. That's
so you want to hear a quirky one though? So you know how I still am affiliated with my old job, and
Mhm.
and I still talk to them a lot. So they have this thing where I'll just say the name of the company because they're worldwide. Ryerson, Joseph T. Ryerson is the company.
Mhm.
And when you reach the milestone, which obviously I don't, I'm never gonna reach that milestone there because I'm in my company. But if you work there and you work there for 50 years, they get you one of I'm trying to think of the name of it. It was the biggest pocket watch maker at the time in the late 1800s because the original owner of Ryerson, Joseph T. Ryerson himself, was on their board of directors, and they actually had pocket watches with Joseph T. Ryerson inside. And I have one of those watches, one of those pocket watches. I bought it on eBay. They were buying it um, for those veteran employees, and they're spending like $400 for the watch, and then they got to go send it off, have it repaired and made new again. I found this thing, got it for $110 on eBay on a bid.
Oh
And
shit.
so I'm like, should I call and tell them I got one of these?
Sell it back to the company.
But it's
Well,
really
so
cool. It's kind of cool to see because it's a pretty neat piece of history from the 1890s, and you get to see a current big company and their original owner's name is inside these watches.
Mhm.
Again,
What is,
Jake,
why is
I
Jake
paid.
stuck on $16?
I don't know.
And what pot were you selling? I missed that altogether because I was busy trying to run over a guy on a Harley. I missed the sale. So what pot is Jim talking about?
What?
Well, I'm
No, a
guessing
pocket watch.
J-Ride sold a what?
Pocket watch.
No, he says I missed out on that pot you had at the end. Nice find.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm guessing you were selling a pot. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was a baggie, but not,
Well, yeah, good old devil's lettuce. That'll get you every time. But
no, I was watching Jake's live today a little bit, and I was in there, doing my job, and
so you don't get
he,
fined. Got it.
so I don't get fined, and so I don't up my state farm insurance rate, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he had some pretty nice stuff in there. He had some really nice. He had some nice handbags. He sold some gold today, which is funny that you found gold. He sold some gold necklaces.
You sold a La Crusade.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah, he had some pretty interesting stuff in his sale today.
fancy cast iron. Oof.
Yeah, yeah, he did good today.
Jake, what did that go for? I don't want to know because now I'm pissed that I missed it. But
I think I won
I'm
the
just
Kate. I think I won a Kate Spade purse from him today. I don't know what
nice.
else I bought though. I bought a couple things, but that's the only one I remember.
Yeah, I passed on some cast iron today. I shouldn't have, but I did.
You never passed on cast iron.
Well, the guy was a prick.
Oh, well, that does change things.
I mean, $106.
100.
That's actually cheap for La Crusade.
uh,
Huh. Wow. Yeah, and it wasn't that great a cast iron. It was Camp Chef. I mean, it wasn't anything special, but it was the good old fashioned Dutch oven, like the 3-footed Dutch oven with the concave lid. And the guy wanted $35 for it. What was annoying me was it had $25 on it, and then he crossed it out and he wrote $35. And I offered him 30, and he said, "Not today." I'm like, "Okay, that's kind of weird. You wanted 25. I figured I'd meet you in the middle." Whatever. I just walked away, and being the smartass that I am, as I was walking out, he said, "Why ain't you taking that cast iron home?" I said, "Not today." And I turned around and just kept walking. Which I should have, and it was $100 pot. I mean, I probably should have grabbed it, but at that point, it's just principle. It's like you changed it when I walked. I looked at it once. He changed the price after I walked away, and it said 35. And I'm like, okay, well, if you're gonna be a dick and change the prices while I'm here, I'll
Right.
offer you somewhere in the middle.
Well,
But,
usually if you're gonna change prices in front of people, you go.
yeah, that's the best way to do it. But
It's almost like selling.
yeah, try not to look extremely snaky directly in front of your customer. It's usually
Here,
a bad
Jake,
idea.
I'll sell you some Pokemon cards for $16.
There you go, Jake. Those are more than worth it, man. Those are $15 a pack right there,
They're fake.
all day long. What? You weren't supposed to tell him that.
I know, but he'll want them, and then I'll feel bad. Yeah, they're all fake. Those are learning tools. I want to see. Here's the thing: I haven't had fake cards in a long time, and so I haven't been able to do the rip tests like they've been doing. That's the whole reason I wanted these. I wanted something to rip.
Yeah, but are you going to be like CW and rip the good card too?
Oh hell yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You know why? Because I have 50 billion of them. I can afford to lose one EX.
It doesn't make it right. I'm not that much younger. But thank you. I appreciate that. It's very seldom that I get called younger in this group.
You're only a decade older than me.
You're such a dick.
So technically, it's only one. Just one decade.
Just one decade. Yeah, just one decade older. All right. Appreciate it, buddy.
Hey, I'll be in my 40s before you know it.
Rip one you want to see? All right, well, hold on. Better not do that. I had McDonald's for dinner and it never sits right.
Yeah, these were actually the fake packs that were ran on Rockets, and the seller was nice enough to give them to me in CW, for training purposes. So yeah, you will see them ripped. I don't have any real ones with me, otherwise I'd do it.
Yeah. It's still funny though that what where is the logic in that?
Here's Jeff
So if you
Gordon.
want to absolutely make sure that it's a real Pokemon card, you got to rip it in half.
No, I can tell. Like, and even
I know, but I'm just saying, what's the point of the black line in there?
here, guess what I found?
What'd you find?
Found a
What is
Pokemon
that?
card. It's a
Oh.
Sanaconda V.
You gonna rip that?
Sure.
Why? It's a hollow and stuff and things and stuff.
It's a hollow stuff and things. Yeah, so
Oh, all right. Okay. Well, yeah. It's your shit. I don't know why I'm talking you out of destroying it. Go ahead.
So, yeah, if you take and you rip a real Pokemon card.
Hold on here. Hold on. I gotta. There, I'll make you big.
So, if you rip a real Pokemon card, you see the black? See this little bit of black line in here? Yeah,
It's kind of a grayish black, yeah.
Yeah, that grayish black. That's actually means it's a real Pokemon card, because that actually has a center inside of the card where let me do this one. Just do one of these. This is the fake crap pack.
Ripper ship.
And I hate these packs too because they're light plastic. They're not
foil.
they're not foil. They're legit.
They're almost like a
like
Mylar balloon.
yeah. This is this how you know you got a fake pack. So here you got an EX. Guess what else you got? Oh, it's another one. Oh my God! Look at this. It must be a God pack because there's some more.
Just one after another. Wow.
And look, there's one that's a different direction. So a bunch of
Nice.
red flags right off the bat, right? You get one EX in a pack or one V in a pack, unless you do get a God pack, but 1 in 250,000 chance
Oh,
if you're lucky. So you got that. And if you look at real Pokemon card, my lighting is shit, and I'm sorry about that. Let me see if I can get my lighting better.
there you go.
Sorry.
No, you were good. Just tip it down instead of up.
Let me change my lighting. I got one of them fancy lights.
Down now. Ooh, look at that. Tip it down. There you go. There you go.
Okay. So this is a real card. This is the fake card.
Are you sure?
See how faded? Yep.
Yeah, but it looks so similar. No, I'm kidding.
This is fake. That's the real. And you can
Yeah.
see the color difference. Oh, other direction.
Yeah, I
See
mean
the color
the
difference.
border is way, way, way different. The
Yep.
ball is way different. I mean,
Okay.
there's a whole lot
Now-
of shit that's wrong on that.
This should be textured as well because this is secret rare. There's no texture to this card.
Hmm.
Now, try to even rip this one. Yeah. see?
Oh, it's a sticker on there. That's why you can't rip it. All right.
Now we
Hey,
look.
no line.
Look, there's no line. Yeah. Because it's a sticker on a piece of paper. That's all it is. Literally, it's a sticker.
Nice.
So that's how you know a fake from a real. Because a real is not a sticker and you got the black line inside.
I'd have laughed if you'd have pulled that sticker off and it was like a 3 of hearts or something.
A G.I. Joe card.
Yeah, G.I. Joe card. There you go.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do more of that on another live. I'm gonna get obviously better lighting in a photo booth.
I'm gonna bring you back down here so you're not so
You mean I shouldn't? I should have ripped the $30 card.
No. Well, you probably. I mean, well, it's yours. You can do whatever
No.
you want. I'm not here to tell you.
That Sanaconda's worth maybe $1. That's
Your
It's,
Sanaconda don't want none and left. Never mind. Okay, sorry.
yes.
But well, sir,
I heard some laughter in the background over there.
we're now officially 2 hours in. I think we've gone over every bit of excitement and fun that we've had over the week.
Man, look at all these EXs I got in this pack, man.
Yeah, you're a pro Poke manner now.
I'm a pro Poke puller.
You're an expert poker. But anyway,
so bad.
So the fun and excitement of the week wasn't all that exciting. Wasn't all that fun. We had a couple of raid shows that went okay over on the Flea. Hopefully, going to be able to be bringing some more of that to you guys.
We burned ourselves out completely. Yes,
we fully smoked ourselves on that one. That was great.
Let me see if I can get a better view of that. See, I can see it a mile away here, but my lighting is.
Yeah, your lighting's blowing it out is the problem. But
yeah, I don't like it.
It's all good. It's all good. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go try to decompress from having to play.
I was gonna say you need some rest after that day.
Yeah, after playing, poorly trained trauma nurse / tow truck driver / I don't know what else you want to call it. First responder, I guess. Yeah. It's now kind of. What's that?
I'll change subjects. That would have been a nice sticker.
I would have. You should have just peeled the sticker off.
Now the whole point is to see the rip.
I know. Open the next pack. You might find a wonderful one.
And see, I'm like Carl in a way. I like
Save
to
them
keep some
for
of them
training.
peeled.
And save them for training.
Of course, if I just need more, I could just go to those certain websites and buy some more.
Oh, like a Timu?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing what they fake. Oh, the other one that I would really, really, really look out for, folks, is anybody selling Benchmade knives really cheap. Because there has been a overrun on the market of knockoff Benchmades. So if you see a Benchmade out there and somebody's got it brand new in the box for $20, it's a $260 knife. So don't do it.
You mean I shouldn't have bought that Leatherman for $5?
Well, the funniest part is 9 times out of 10, like stuff like the name won't be spelled right. It'll be like Letherman or something like that. It's just
mine says Lotriman.
Lotriman. There you go.
Yeah.
Isn't that medicine?
Not said. That's I think that's antifungal.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Lotriman Q or whatever the hell.
But for some reason, it's on my knife.
Yeah. Cheap knockoff. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out tonight. Hopefully you guys gathered something out of this wreck, literally. And yeah, little parting word of advice. Look at every day like a blessing, because you never know.
Yeah,
so
this is true.
All right. Well, Wes, thank you for hanging out. Thanks everybody for hanging out there. You want to tell them all goodbye, and we'll get the heck out of here. There you go.
Dust on the shelves, cold hands dig deep. This ain't a dream, this grind don't sleep. Worn out treasures, one man's stash, flipping that gold from somebody's trash. Real resellers on